Have you ever paused to consider the intricate dance of existence? Have you noticed how opposites, seemingly at odds, actually define each other, creating a harmonious whole? Light and dark, the bright of day and the stillness of night, sound and silence, the bustling city and the quiet countryside, each gives meaning to the other, shaping our perception and experience. We often separate things, creating artificial boundaries into good and bad, right and wrong, up and down, success and failure. But these are just perspectives, limited viewpoints on a much grander scale. The universe doesn't see divisions, it doesn't recognize these arbitrary lines we draw, it sees a unified process, a continuous flow of energy and transformation. A mountain's front and back, its sunlit face and shadowed depths, are inseparable. They are two sides of the same majestic form. One cannot exist without the other. They are intrinsically linked. The same is true for so many aspects of our lives, for fullness and emptiness, abundance and scarcity, warmth and cold, joy and sorrow. These so-called opposites, these contrasting forces are partners, not enemies. They are collaborators in the grand scheme. Life is a dance of these pairs, a constant interplay of opposing forces, each giving rise to the other, fueling the cycle of creation and destruction. Consider breathing. That fundamental act that sustains us, the in-breath and out-breath, the intake and release, depend on each other, each essential to the process. Clinging to only one is impossible. Holding your breath only leads to discomfort and ultimately the need to exhale. Life flows in the balance between them, in the constant rhythm of give and take. The pause between breaths, that moment of stillness, is as vital as the breath itself, a space for integration and renewal. This rhythm is everywhere, it permeates all of existence, tides rise and fall, the ocean's breath, the moon waxes and wanes, a celestial dance of light and shadow, seasons change, a constant cycle of birth, growth, decay and rebirth. These aren't battles, these aren't struggles for dominance, but expressions of harmony, a symphony of interconnectedness. The world is a web of relationships, a delicate network of interconnectedness, not isolated things, not separate entities existing in a vacuum. Every part is defined, every element is shaped by its connection to the whole, by its role in the larger system. When we see this, when we truly grasp this fundamental truth, we glimpse the true nature of reality. We awaken to the interconnectedness of all things. Instead of conflict, instead of seeing opposition, we find unity, we discover harmony. The dance of opposites, the interplay of light and shadow, is the fabric of existence, the very essence of reality. To understand this, to truly internalize this profound truth, is to see the world with new eyes, to perceive the interconnectedness of all things. The secret, the key to unlocking a deeper understanding: everything is connected, every action has a ripple effect, and nothing stands alone. We are all part of something larger than ourselves. When we strive to be good, when we consciously pursue virtue and try to embody all that is considered righteous, we inadvertently create the idea of bad as its shadow. The very act of defining goodness casts a contrasting silhouette, highlighting what we deem to be its opposite. The harder we try to be virtuous, the more energy we expend in this pursuit, the more acutely we notice our flaws, our imperfections, and the areas where we fall short of our self-imposed ideals. True goodness isn't forced, it doesn't require constant effort or rigid adherence to rules. Instead, it arises naturally, organically, from a place of inner peace and understanding. It unfolds like a flower blooming, effortlessly and beautifully, in its own time. When you act from genuine compassion, from a place of heartfelt empathy and understanding, you're not thinking about being good. It's not a calculated act. You're simply present, fully engaged in the moment, responding with kindness and care. Striving for goodness, constantly monitoring our actions, creates tension and self-consciousness, hindering our ability to act authentically. The kindest people, those who radiate warmth and generosity, are often unaware of their own kindness. It's simply an intrinsic part of who they are. Happiness and goodness can't be chased. They are not destinations to be reached. Instead, they emerge when we stop trying so hard, when we release our grip and allow life to unfold. Accepting our whole selves, both light and shadow, embracing our imperfections and vulnerabilities, leads to authentic action, to living in alignment with our true selves. We stop pretending, we shed the masks we wear to please others, and let our natural compassion guide us, allowing our hearts to lead the way. This is a more relaxed, genuine way to live, a path to lasting contentment and inner peace. Where do these opposites come from? Daoism says all things arise from a single mysterious source, the Tao. The Tao isn't a creator but an infinite potential from which everything emerges. It's the silent space behind sound, the blank canvas for all art. The Tao is beyond words, naming it misses the point. It's not a thing, but the process that gives rise to all things. Everything, rocks, trees, people, are expressions of this one reality. Differences are temporary, the underlying unity is eternal. Realizing this brings a sense of belonging to the universe. We are not separate from the world, we are the universe experiencing itself. In a world obsessed with control, Taoism teaches the power of letting go, wu wei, or effortless action. It's not passivity but moving with the natural flow instead of against it. Forcing solutions creates tension. Stepping back allows answers to arise. Like bamboo bending in the wind, flexibility is strength. Water overcomes rock by yielding, not by force. Wu wei is knowing when to act and when to wait, trusting life's process. By stepping back, we struggle less and move with greater ease. Letting go is often the most powerful action of all. How do we begin to notice these subtle yet profound patterns that weave through our daily life? It's a question of awareness, of shifting our perspective. Start by pausing, even for a few seconds, and observing without judgment, simply witnessing what is. Most of us live on autopilot, caught in the rush of daily routines. A simple pause, a moment of stillness, creates space for wiser choices and more conscious actions. Practice deep listening. Truly listen. Hear not just the surface-level words, but also the silence between them, the unspoken emotions and intentions. Let go of your own agenda, your preconceived notions, and truly receive others with empathy and understanding. Notice how sadness, like a passing storm, can give way to peace, or intense effort to well-deserved rest. Observe these natural transitions. Your inner world with its ebb and flow mirrors the universe's grand cycles. Accepting your feelings, even the uncomfortable ones, as natural rhythms, like the tides of the ocean, brings a profound sense of inner peace and acceptance. Great leaders serve by listening deeply to their team and empowering others to reach their full potential, not by controlling every aspect of their work. The paradox, life is full of them. Those willing to be last, to put others first, often become first in the long run. Ask yourself, how can I help this person? How can I contribute? Instead of constantly asking, what can I get out of this situation? This selfless approach transforms relationships, fostering trust and genuine connection, and ultimately reveals the underlying unity in all things, connecting us to something larger than ourselves. Recognizing unity in opposites brings peace and wisdom. Life and death are not enemies, but parts of a single process. Letting go of fear allows us to live more fully in the present. The world is not a battlefield, but an interconnected web. Compassion arises when we see others as part of the same whole. Wisdom is unlearning false divisions and seeing the bigger picture. Acting from unity, we move with the universe, not against it. In seeing the unity of all things, we find our own wholeness.